Know thus far, the FDNY tells me that there are 25 injured, 2 civilians that were actually on the street. I don't know whether that means 23 other people where they were injured, but what we know right now is that 25 people are injured due to this explosion. What you are looking at right now is 24th, between 24th and 23rd. You've got the FDNY right now. They had their gear on. It seems like they're taking it off. You've got about 2 or 3 fire department trucks, as you can see. They were apparently looking at what looked like a dumpster here, but I don't know. This is not where the explosion happened. The FDNY tells me that the explosion took place on 23rd and 6th Avenue. I have an eyewitness here with me. If you can come over here, thank you so much. What was your name again?
My name's Soleil Philomena.
Soleil, can you tell our viewers exactly what you saw? You were on a bus. You had just gotten off a bus, and then this happened. Explain everything from start to finish.
I just got off the Crosstown 23rd, 23 bus on 7th Avenue. I went in to get a backstage. I came out, and I heard boom, boom, and everything started shaking, and there was big mounds of smoke, and people started running, and I started running with them down 7th Avenue, and that's what happened.
Anybody injured around you? What did you see in terms of the big plumes of smoke?
People frantic. People were frantic, and they were just running, and people on this street, 24th Street, came running out of their apartments because it shook them in their apartments, and some people were at their jobs.
Explain to people how loud this was.
It sounded like the fireworks, but 1,000 times stronger, and it shook everything. It was boom, boom, like if I was in Iraq and a bomb dropped. That's what it sounded like.
So you walk out of the convenience store at that moment.
On 23rd.
And you look to your left, which is towards 6th Avenue.
Yes, and it was just big mounds of smoke. And I had just gotten off the bus. I was walking up that block. God is good. I just got off the bus, and I was coming up from 6th Avenue, and I jumped on the bus.
You said your ears were ringing for a very long time.
My left ear is still very foggy, and it's hitting me now. But people were panicking. They were running all the way down the street.
Did you see any injuries? Anybody?
I didn't see anybody injured.
You did not?
Because I came over to Whole Foods because I felt safe there, because I go there every day.
How long was this blast and this sound that you described hearing? I know it's tough under the circumstances, but how long were you hearing that sound?
I expected it to stop, and it didn't stop. It just kept going, and that's when things started shaking. That's when I knew it was serious. And that's when the people started running from the block, from 23rd Street around to 7th Avenue.
Were people screaming?
Yes. Well, they weren't screaming, but they were upset, and a couple people grabbed people, and we were hugging, and because nobody knew what was going on. But it wasn't a normal, it didn't smell like gas. And it didn't seem like a normal, it was an explosion of some sort.
I can see that you're shaking a little bit.
Because it's really hitting me. I mean, I just got off the bus. It's hitting me now. And I was walking from the east side, and I happened to get on the 23rd Street Crosstown bus.
Do you remember approximately what time this was? I know it's tough.
About an hour ago.
About an hour ago.
Yeah, about an hour ago that I recall. And then I saw so many fire trucks and things were going down the street. So there's many more down there.
Okay. So that's Soleil. She was an eyewitness. You just heard her account. She heard an enormous boom. It threw you off your feet almost. It did, huh?
It was shaking. It was not normal. I've never felt that before.
Again, that is just one eyewitness account that we have here right now. We're just going to take you back right now to the scene is what we can tell. We've got helicopters that are in the air right now, some searchlights going on some of the buildings. You've got the FDNY that are here standing. I don't know what else they're doing. But again, we are on between 24th and 23rd on 7th Avenue. The explosion, the FDNY tells us, was on 23rd and 6th. 25 people injured. The FDNY told us 2 civilians on the street. Which I don't know what that means in terms of whether or not the other 23 where they were injured. That's still where we're trying to get answers to some of those questions, Judge. From what she told us, Soleil, if you can just come back in, Judge Janine wants to know if you remember seeing the dumpster, because I know you were down the block,
No,
you know.
I did not see a dumpster. I just saw the smoke, and I saw it as it was going boom, boom, boom. I saw the smoke coming out, and the big cloud of smoke, and people running, and I started running with them down 7th Avenue.
Down 7th Avenue.
And I came here to Whole Foods because I felt safe because I didn't know what was going on. It sounded so abnormal. I've never been involved in anything like that, and I just had gotten off the bus, so it just dawned on me I would have been there. So it's now hitting me.
Right. Yeah. So how close to the building itself was the smoke?
It didn't look, to me, it didn't look like, to me, it didn't look like it was a building. It just looked like something in the middle of the street. That's what
It looked like it was in the middle of the street.
Yeah, for me, that's what it looked like to me. It didn't look like a building, you know, it looked like there was just boom.
It didn't seem like there was a building that had caught fire or that it had come out onto the street.
I didn't see any fire or anything from here. I just saw big clouds of smoke.
From the street?
Yes, like it was in the middle of the street. That's what it, you know, and it just went up.
Judge, now I was just actually coming back from Seaside Park, New Jersey, where we obviously had that explosion down there. Now, we don't know about any connection to that, but I don't know in terms of whether you have any other information as to perhaps that dumpster explosion. I did see a photo that is circulating out there about that shows a dumpster, but I don't know if you can fill me in even with any more information about that. But from what we're getting on the ground, this is the best we're getting here. I mean, we're getting, yeah. Right. Well, we do know that we're on, yeah. Exactly right, and we haven't heard of any kind of connection. Remember, we were there on the Jersey Shore this all day today reporting on that that pipe bomb, what's been described as a pipe bomb that was put into a garbage can in Seaside Park during the middle of what was a Marine charity, a 5K charity run to support our Marines and sailors. Well, the FBI and the Joint Terrorism Task Force was there and still investigating. They gave no further details as to who that was or whether or not, they just said they were still investigating, that it was an active investigation, and therefore we haven't heard anything about a connection to that here. But obviously the fact that this is an explosion, preliminary reports coming from a dumpster, it's got to be concerning at the very least. But we are getting, we've got bomb, if you just take over here, we've got some bomb sniffing dogs that are going by, Judge. You know, they're still very much searching this scene for anything that could possibly be any potential IEDs or any other explosive devices. You can see that right there. That was right next to our camera crew. You've got people, though, and the media that are obviously as close as we can get. But this dog is going by everything right now. So yeah, an active crime scene. They're looking and trying to see what, you know, whether or not there is anything else. But again, the fact that they've let us this close is a good sign at the very least that they've got somewhat of control, at least on this block, at least this area. Judge. Yeah. Okay, Judge. No doubt. Okay. Thanks. Fill him in. Thanks.
The dog's freaking out.
All right, 5 minutes to coming back to you.
Okay. Okay, good. You got anything else on Twitter, let me know.
Thank
so
you
glad you're
so
okay.
much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Again, with the sound, in terms of the length of the, you thought it was like a 15 seconds of hearing boom, 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 boom.
Well, it didn't go boom, boom, boom.
It was a
but
boom in that, but the sound.
yes, it just
so
kept
loud.
going.
White smoke.
It was black smoke. It wasn't white smoke. It was
Black smoke.
Black smoke.
In the middle of the street.
Yes. To me, it was in the middle of the street because I wasn't right there. I was right there.
Right. Okay.
And the dog just flipped out on me,
Yeah,
so I was
I think
giving
you did.
Um,
I just saw.
I hope I helped.
You were amazing. I mean, you were incredible. You gave the best account that we've heard on this.
Because I was standing right, and I can't believe that I was